Eh. This setup is wacky. Here we go. Stop it. This lighting is not great. Why does my hair look feathered? Okay, Let's like try to share this, see if anybody wants to show up and hang out. Watch. Maybe. Anytime you want to look. No, be quiet. Hi, Aaron. Anytime you burger. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that burger behind me. Yeah, we got a bunch of food pills. We have more than that, but I don't know where the half of them went. We got oh yeah, that's the burger one. We got the hot dog one here. There's a cookie one here somewhere. Try this. Try to share this. Oh. Oh no. Let me see. I'm sorry. You know how it is. I'm trying to get people to show up. Let's see. Glizzy. How you doing, Aaron? Oh. Can I access Facebook from this phone? This other phone? Sorry, just still trying to juggle things here at the moment. Trying to invite people. Oh. I thought I had. I do. Aha. This is why I got another phone, because this one's too damn slow. Great. You? If that's sarcasm, then yeah, same. Great. Yeah, been dealing with some little bit of bronchitis, little sicky sick. It's not COVID though. Which is why I was gonna do this. Like I was gonna like try to do these like every weekend. I didn't do it last weekend because I felt like shit. But here we are now. Juggle these. Well, what are we juggling? Come on. No, I'm not gonna. Come on. Oh, I wait. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I know what I did wrong. Duh. I'm so bad at this. Okay. I found out. Now, great, like Tony the Tiger. You're feeling better? I'm feeling a little bit better. I can, I still have some coughing going on. Oh, God, my makeup looked great earlier today, but it's got smudged right now, so it looks like I got punched in the eye. Uh, uh, I swear it's not a black eye. I didn't fall. Ugh, shit. Mm. But no, yeah, I gotta wipe that off or something. Uh, but yeah, I occasionally, like almost every year, I get bronchitis, and it decided to hit. It's better than it was last week, so at least I got that. And plus, it didn't help much that I was at a doctor's appointment early this week, and I got a flu shot and a shingle shot, and those rocked my ass for a couple days too. Oh, why are you not working now? Come on, post. Yes, public. Uh, Poor thing. Smoky eye. Yeah, a real smoky eye. Look like my eyes have been smoking. God, God damn. It's crazy because I mean, if I did like a live stream interview today on my friend Jasmine's channel, and Apollo did my makeup, and it looked great. But that was like at noon, and after a while, it's like the problem is one thing I'm not used to wearing makeup, so I forget I have makeup, so I'll like rub my eyes, and it's like fuck. I'm sorry about the bronchitis, dude. Those shots, yeah, those shots suck, but I needed them. What did I just do? What did I do? Where's the comments? Oh, I'm actually using StreamYard instead of straight YouTube this time because I was trying to talk a couple people into going live with me. So I'm still figuring this out. I thought eyes have been smoking. I do that with makeup. Yeah, I gotta get. I had to get more. I had to do my makeup more often. I think so I can get used to it. Used to wearing it. Used to doing it, so I can actually do it right. It doesn't look like shit. Uh, Used to wearing it and trying to remember not to rub my eye while I'm wearing it. But, oh shit! Damn. Oh, my setup here is whack. I haven't fine tuned my whole live stream setup just yet. I just smacked. I got like the headphone cable and my phone. It's fun. I'll figure it out. It's gonna be a trial and error, and I'm taking everyone on a journey with me, especially you, Aaron. You'll be on this journey with me, and you'll be like, "Great, thanks. That's where I wanted to be." F it. Rub the eyes. I start looking like a I don't know what. Ugh, wrong eye. Eh. Well, at least the eyeliner's still there. Just the eyeshadow's off. Whatever. Anywho, anyway, for anyone watching in the future or anybody tuning in, which there's only one person on right now, it's just me and Aaron. Aaron knows the deal, but for anyone watching in the future, this is one of my podcast things I'm doing. What would you say, Aaron? Right there with my loved ones, smoking on some green. Hell yeah, there you go. There you go. It's Saturday night. That's what they're for. What Saturday nights are for? Just chilling. Sometimes you get smoking when you're chilling. I can't do that unfortunately because my job likes to do random drug tests. So I miss weed, but I like having a decent job. So well, decentish. So I'll take it. vlog. No, this isn't really a vlog. This is more of a podcast. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do like two different podcasts on here because I'm doing like the live streams like this. I want to definitely do these on a regular basis, and I'm going to start doing actual pre-recorded uh podcasts as well. Start posting those. Want to get in just a regular routine with those. So, damn, you're in a legal state? I sure am. It's kind of funny. I'm in Indiana. All the states around us, it's legal, except Indiana. We're like in like a legal weed donut right now, and we're the whole. It's ridiculous. And most people that live in Indiana usually go up to Michigan or Illinois anyway to get it. Or I guess it's legal there now, Ohio now. Oh, Michigan had better prices though. So I mean, if I was able to do it without getting drug tested, then I'd probably make trips to Michigan. But well, can't do that anymore. So boo. Yeah, podcasting. Exactly. Boo, Indiana, Aaron. Boo it. Boo this state. This state is doing some whack shit. It's like they won't legalize weed. Um, they're trying to pass some really shitty laws out here. Once again, going after the LGBTQ community because they've got nothing else apparently better to do because apparently actual issues aren't worth fixing. They just want to just use their platforms to express more bigoted bullshit. You know, so it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, hopefully the laws they're trying to pass don't pass because like a lot of states have been trying to pass anti-trans laws and we're trying to cancel out gay marriage and everything, and a lot of them it's just pretty much the bills are dead in the water. Some states, and I know some states kind of were a little more successful, I guess. Hopefully, this state is not successful with that. It's just insane to me. What do we got here? Guess. Oh, wait, what is this? Am I missing something here? Yeah. Oh, that's not what I meant. What are you doing? Okay, there he is. Uh, what am I doing? I'm trying. How? What the hell? So I got somebody here, right? But oh, how do I do this? What do you mean kick from studio? I'm trying to get him in here. Add to stage. Is that it? Did I do it? Oh, there we go. I can figured it out. I figured out. It took me a minute. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Because I'm trying to get.
Just hopped in, so
Yeah, good. I'm trying to figure out StreamYard because I was like, I want to use StreamYard so I can invite people over, do a little whatever.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's awesome. No. Yeah, we haven't actually had a one-on-one conversation like this.
No, we haven't.
All the times that we've had conversations, usually it's over texting, sending files.
Yeah, no shit. Texting files, sending fucking voice messages. Like now we're just hanging out and we're just talking.
It's cool. It's cool. Pretty awesome.
Well, welcome.
It's not even my birthday yet, and I'm already getting rewards.
Hell yeah. Well, I hope I'm not considered a reward. That'd be a terrible reward. Happy birthday! I give you the gift of me.
There you
It's like
go.
no.
No,
So
I just kind of came in and caught the tail end of the. I'm assuming Indiana's trying to pass some crazy shit like
they are.
Kentucky and everybody else. Oh
It's fucking ridiculous.
man,
It's
I'm just everything's
it
so
is.
corrupt now. It's like what the hell?
Yeah, yeah. This everything is just such a fucking shit show.
Oh. I mean, I'm in Texas, and you know how I don't know if you've been down to Louisville, because that's where I'm from is Louisville. So you have
Right.
Louisville and the rest of the state of Kentucky. Houston is like that to Texas. Like as long as you stay in the Houston metro area, man, you're cool.
That's what I heard.
Great music scene here. Great community for the LGBTQ community is really awesome here. It just but you get outside Houston, man, you get into Trump land, and it's just like, man, no, thank you. I'm gonna stick to the streams and the rivers that I'm used to.
I noticed there's certain sections of Indiana like that. Like there's some areas it's like oh, this is great, and then you get into some other areas it's like, oh no.
No. I do not venture out into the rural parts of Texas. No, it's scary.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not a big fan of rural areas.
Man, if
Nope.
you ain't got that Texas drawl, man, they like, man, you a Yankee.
I didn't like going to rural areas in California.
Yeah, no, that's scary too. Especially up north. That was shocking to me. In northern parts of California, I thought would be like, well, it'd be way more green environmentalist folks up there, but like, no, dude, they're scary people up there.
There are. I mean, some areas are all right, but there's some areas are like weird. Especially you get like Inland Empire. Also, because I'm talking about I've never been up to Northern California. I'm talking about Southern California, but I've been up to like Inland Empire or I forgot what was Phelan. Phelan, that's what I'm thinking of. That's just like just straight desert.
Yeah,
with like a town in it. I'm like, how? It's hot out here. This
like,
sucks.
dude, try not to travel north of Sacramento. I'm like, why? It's like, dude, there's some strange people up there.
You don't do that.
But Texas, I like the Houston area, man. I was kind of reluctant coming down here for my job. You know, like Texas, oh god. But no, it's in the Houston area. It's pretty cool down here. But yeah, you got to stick to Houston.
It's just like Houston's pretty big, ain't it? So it's like it's not like.
So the joke down here is Houston is 1 hour from Houston.
Oh Jesus!
To drive where I'm at to the equivalent on the north side of Houston takes about an hour, about a little over an hour.
Oh man!
It's 8 million in the metro area, I think 8 or 9 million. It's like the fourth largest city by population, but by area, I think it's second. First or second. I mean, it's by area, just by area, but population, not by population. But it's the most diverse city in the country by sure. Like, wow, yeah, man, you will get all kind. Dude, the food down here is just freaking, and hospitality is amazing because it's just the cultural, because of the diversity. Everybody is used to dealing with all kinds of different people, so you still get your little pockets of assholes here and there, but it just like most of the people down here are just used to the like you can't go anywhere and not run into different, demographic groups of people. Like, and it just, no, dude, it's awesome because the food and the hospitality is just freaking, man, it's mind blowing down here. I can't leave because it's like, you go through McDonald's and people are like happy to see you. Like, and it's just like,
damn,
strange. Like, dude, you're only making like $15 an hour, if that. Like, why are you so happy to see me? And no, they're just, It's pretty cool down here, but don't venture out into Texas. Don't venture out into Texas.
So I'll keep a mental note. Like if I'm ever gonna like come to Texas to party, hang out, or play a show, Houston only.
Houston. Well, you got Houston. You have Austin, which is another big, very left-leaning city. In there's another major city down here, and I just went down there not too long ago. Oh man, I have to bring up a map of Texas because this is killing me. I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day. It's like, oh yeah, it's kind of a nice city.
Hey, wait. What city is Hank Hill from?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, that's
I never watched that show. I couldn't stand his redneckness. I know the character's supposed to be the one everybody's kind of laughing at, but I just like, dude, he is such an obnoxious character.
Like I don't want to watch that. I can just go down the street and see that.
Not in Houston. You got to kind of go out into the rural parts of Houston. San Antonio, that's the other big city in Texas.
Yeah.
That's another kind of safe city. Those three cities, I think, to me, from my experience, are the three safe ones: Houston, Austin, and San Antonio. Dallas, Fort Worth, man, it's just too conservative for me.
Jeez.
No, I can't. If people that watch it that live there, man, no offense. Yeah. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, every time I hear Dallas, I keep thinking of the old TV show when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's two cities kind of right now up against each other. So there's Fort Worth and then there's Dallas. And apparently, I've been to Dallas, but I haven't really explored Fort Worth at all. But that was way, way back in the day when I was first time I was in Texas in the Army, and Dallas is kind of the more conservative of the two, but Fort Worth is ain't much better.
Jeez.
I just yeah, they don't like outsiders very much. I ain't got that thick Texas accent, so
I've only been through Texas like a couple times, like passing through. One side, like the airport, does it like one airport that had like this big old statue of George W. Bush.
Oh yeah, you were flying through that airport. That's here in Houston. That's the George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Man, that's horrible. That airport is just Houston. Give you an idea how big Houston is. There are two major airports in Houston.
Oh shit.
One on the north side, which is George Bush, and then one closer to me is Hobby. Hobby. What is his name? William P. Hobby. I have no idea who it is.
Some guy.
It's probably a Confederate general but I don't know. Probably not, because they've renamed already a bunch of stuff in Texas. Renamed stuff. Fort Hood is a big army base down here. It was named after some general, and they renamed it to something else.
Oh damn!
Hey, don't bother me, man. I'm asleep like a baby. Y'all want to rename stuff? I don't care. Y'all rename it.
Yeah.
Just give me a little bit of time on saying the old name. I'll get to it.
Yeah, so I was in the airport. And the other time I went through on bus. And I remember going through bus. I don't know where we stopped at, but that's the Greyhound bus stop was just it looked like a regular bus stop for like a city bus, and the only thing there was that and some dude and a horse. And I'm like, what? It was really scary. Surreal.
That is scary, dude. You're braver than me.
I didn't get off the bus. I'm staying right on here.
No, No,
It's air conditioning. We're still moving. It's fine.
yeah. Woo.
I know.
Texas is big though. Man, this state's
Yeah,
huge.
I actually drove through it slightly, just a little bit of it when I was heading out this way. I think or maybe I'm thinking maybe that's Arizona that I went through.
Yeah, no,
That might have been Arizona.
yeah. Man. So the distance north to south in Texas, from down in Brownsville to the state line, the Oklahoma state line to the north of, on the north side of Texas, that distance is 6 miles. I think it's like 6 or 8 miles shorter than the distance from the Texas state line to Canada.
Oh shit.
And I am actually where I live in Houston, which is on the eastern side of Texas, southeast. It is closer for me to drive to San Diego than it is to drive to Louisville.
Damn. Yeah.
Like, this state's huge. I'm like, holy cow. But it just, here you just get used to everywhere you drive is like 20, 30 minutes. No matter where you drive, it's going to be 20, 30 minutes.
It's like it was living in LA sometimes.
Yeah.
That's 20, 30 minutes. Usually because of traffic.
The traffic here is, to me, is just as bad as LA, but it's a different kind of bad. Down here, it's like you need to go to fighter pilot school to drive on the interstates down here. Because man,
oh Jesus Christ,
you're in Indy. You know how like during that time of the year when the Indy 500's coming in, everybody wants to be a race car driver in Indy.
Oh, even when it's not the time of year, people want to be a race car driver in Indy.
Imagine that, but it's people that don't know how to drive. Like, unlike, I could deal with the race car drivers in Indy traffic. I could deal with those guys. Down here, it's like everybody drives that way, and there's like no racing. Like, that's just everybody's got to get somewhere, and everybody is. Oh, like I was saying earlier with the hospitality, like everybody is very, like the hospitality business wise is just unbelievable. But you get on the interstate, it's like no hold bar. It's like MMA fighting on the interstate.
Shit.
Like it's, you know, you're taking your life into your own hands driving on the interstate down here. And dude, it's man, because everybody's got to, you're going to drive 30 minutes and you want to get there. And it just, oh man. Like one of the goth clubs down here, Numbers, really cool place. Dude, that's like a 50-minute drive from where I live.
Oh shit.
You know, and that's mostly interstate driving too. Like, I'd get on 45, go up and go over 10 and then down. Like, no, dude, that's a drive. So if you go somewhere, it's like you're planning stuff.
Shit, and that time I can drive from here to like Lafayette or something.
Yeah. I used to be able to make the Louisville to Indianapolis drive in like about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like for me, that's like driving from here to Katy, which is the far east end of Houston. The far west side of Houston is a little area named Katy. It's, you know, there's a bunch of businesses. It's kind of booming out there. And then the north side, Humble, the Woodlands, that's all like one of the rich areas. That's like an hour, a little over an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes away. And it's just like, dude, just driving across the city is like driving from Louisville to Indianapolis.
Yeah. I will say one thing I've noticed, like the traffic out here really hasn't been, after like being used to like Los Angeles traffic is not that bad out here. It's like, because Los Angeles, like I'm used to, like I'm trying to get home from like Hollywood to Van Nuys, and it's taking me like an hour.
Yeah.
When it would really, it's like 10 to 15 minutes.
Man, I've driven through LA a couple times, and I will drive out of my way to avoid LA traffic. Man,
if you could do it, it's for the best.
I've driven hours out of my way to say
Yeah,
man,
it's like
especially
especially
the 10. The 10
405.
and the
The
405.
405. Oh my
Yeah, those
God, the
two are the hardest.
405.
What's interesting is the 10 that goes through is also Interstate 10 that goes through Houston. Say like, and it's just now 10 here is totally not the same as 10 in LA, or you go through Palm Springs and up through that area.
Oh wow.
I'll be in Palm Springs in March sometime.
Okay,
Going
that's
back,
Palm Springs, California, right? Or
yeah,
Palm
Palm
Springs. Okay.
Springs, California. Going to a developers conference for my job.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, that's the company. The name of the company is ESRI. It's Environmental Science Research Institute or something. They design software for like mapping and a lot of the stuff that we do. But yeah, they have a
Right on.
developers conference. So
Yeah.
learn a little bit, but it's no, I do get sent to that stuff, but I try to stay away from LA as best I can. I got friends up there. They're more than welcome to come visit, but man, I'm staying away from LA.
I got a lot of friends out there. I eventually would like to go visit again because I got maybe even play a show out there. But as far as live, absolutely fucking not. I will never live in California ever again. That is a hard no. That is a hard no. After about 20 years, I'm like, no.
I feel the exact same way about Kentucky. It's like, no.
Like, no, it's fine where it's at, but no, I'm good.
Maybe I might consider it if Mitch McConnell kicks the bucket, and
I mean, it's going to happen at some point. I'm surprised it hasn't already.
I think he's already dead. I think he died like about a decade ago, and I think they just been pumping stuff.
Just reanimating his corpse. That's why he just stands there. He's actually like a zombie. Like,
I think he's doing updates. There's updates going on.
He's buffering.
Like the software updates happen at bad times, and he just happens to be giving a speech, and the software update starts, and he just stops while it's updating.
Well, I don't think the software's compatible with him anymore.
I think what if his handlers are standing back there going, "Oh shit, his Windows is operating, this is updating."
Do bonk.
It's got a reboot.
Yeah, he's still operating on like what, Windows 87.
Yeah, I'm being down here. I don't hardly ever hear anything about him unless it's family and our friends in Kentucky are complaining about him. It's like I never hear about him. And what's interesting is being down here in Texas. Man, I don't hear about Ted Cruz. Dude, nobody around here likes that guy. But it's Houston.
You got to go to those rural parts.
Yeah, you got to go to the rural parts. But like around here, like I don't know anybody that likes the guy. Like you don't hear about him. And Abbott is, Abbott's like a mixed bag. Like,
oh hey, what's up, Dusty? My buddy Dusty Spins is around. What's up, man? I was like, I don't know if you follow him or not. He's an old buddy of mine. He does like a weekly thing where they talk about vinyl and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Man, I'd love to get into vinyl. I just don't have the patience. Man.
Oh man. Man, I would too.
I have.
Like, geez, that's all I need. That's all I need is like a working turntable and a shitload of vinyls. Just start buying them. Like, great.
Oh, man. No, I got way too much money invested in studio gear to get in vinyls. Like, I think my wife would probably kill me.
Dusty said, "Looks like you got the StreamYard going. Nice. Yep, finally got it going. Still figuring it out. Had poor Justin waiting in the lobby for a few minutes.
Man, I'm good. I had to make sure my camera was working because because the way I have a switcher for this for my work camera, because I work from home, and so going into meetings, there's some meetings where they want to have your camera on, and it's like, dude, why do you want it on? It's going to be distracting. Because every meeting when we get somebody's new or something, they're like, "Oh, you have a studio," and it's like then it completely derails the meeting. And it's just like, can we do it with the camera on? It's annoying.
Just put a green screen behind you, and just
I should probably do that, but I don't know where to I'd have to figure out how to set it up because I got so much space behind me.
Put a green screen with some like Minecraft shit on it or something. But then again, you get somebody go, "Oh, Minecraft!"
Yeah, because I work with a lot of engineers, civil engineers, and a lot of those guys are really kind of geeky, and they just they'll geek out at the smallest things. Is that your cat in the background? Oh, it's a cute cat. Like, oh, yeah. He's just kind of chilling. What's going on, dude? Yeah, he's like, whatever.
And meanwhile, you're saying I got one up my butt right here. It's like, pay attention to me. You're talking to something, and you're talking to me. So
nice. He's like he's wanting to join in. Are you joining in? No. All right. Oh, that's fine. He'll sit in here like all day long, just sitting there. Sometimes he'll do that. Sophisticated gentleman.
What is this? I can highlight comments on here? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Oh, that looks all fancy.
I got to get into this stuff too, because when the band resumes band practice, Aaron's wanting to stream some of the band practices. Practice, but man, we're trying to square away a guitar player. That one's, man, the musicians down here. It's like I thought it was going to be a much larger pool of musicians, an incredibly larger pool of musicians down here, but it just.
Well, yeah, I would think so too.
But it's they're more finicky down here. More just you either get really good musicians that have real poor attitude, or it just they're doing their thing. They don't like, hey, yeah, like I'm doing my thing, and it's like cool, like all right. Like,
well, I've worked with people like that, especially in LA.
Like, man, some talented folks down here. Some very strange people down here too.
Let's see. Dusty says, usually drummers are the hardest to find and hold on to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I became a drummer.
You can everything though.
I was a keyboard player. And several of the bands I played in, they'd lose drummer, and then they'd lose a drummer, and they'd get another one, and lose that drummer. And it was just, I was like, shit, I'll just pick up drums. I got a couple friends that are really good drummers. I'll just have them teach me some stuff, and I'll make a go at it. And 20 years later, here I am. What did I do wrong?
You learned how to play all the instruments. That's what you did. That was your mistake.
Yeah, it was just kind of like picking up one thing. Well, that was from a lot of went back on doing shows and running sound for bands, and then bands not having guitar techs or a drum tech or whatever, and just kind of having to learn just enough to play to sound check and set stuff up. Because
what are you doing? Stop.
Drunk bands.
You get down. Get down. We always wait till I'm in the middle of something to start some shit. Come on, get out. Let's go. Yeah. No, you're gonna be a pain in the butt, aren't you? That's my cat. It's like my cats are taking turns acting up. Because I did a live stream interview earlier today. That one I sent you a link to with my friend Jasmine. And my one cat Beans was acting up, just making a bunch of noise, and Toast is just being chill and sleeping. Now it's the other way around. So I was like, oh, it's my shift now.
We have
Will you
4.
stop?
Oh man, we have 4 cats, and man, is it a 2 of them are brothers that found
Ah,
abandoned in our backyard, and he has a little bow tie on his face. We named him Bo, and this
oh,
one here, we named him Dude because he's kind of chill, like the dude from the Big Lebowski. He's kind of chill.
sweet.
He is like a chill cat.
Why are you being weird?
Just sitting there.
Yeah,
I love cats. So I'm a cat person, so I
yeah. So apparently I have like 6. So not counting the ones I feed outside.
I came across something interesting because I have a lot of I'm on the spectrum, and I have friends that are on the spectrum, and we all like cats. None of the friends that we have and interact with that are on the spectrum are dog people. Like none of them like dogs, and it's like we just thought that was like, I wonder how common that is in that in that community, like. But it's just like with cats. Yeah, no, we love cats. I'm a cat person.
Yeah, yeah. I like all animals, but yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards cats. They're on one hand they're easier because they're kind of a little more independent, but on the other hand,
No, the
they
cat
get bored
boxes.
quickly.
Oh, the
Yeah,
cat boxes. Oh, the cat boxes. Man, the cat boxes.
the that's why I say every day. It's like, oh, God, the cat boxes.
And there's always the one dropping the big one. Who the hell stunk up the house? We always have that
Oh,
innocent look, like it wasn't me.
our most recent, our newest cat, the one we took in, the one we call Auntie Selma, the old lady.
Yeah.
We first month she was staying here. It's not so bad now, but first month she was here, she was blowing the whole house up because you could always tell when she would go. I mean, she would get in a litter box, but she wouldn't cover it up, and like the whole house would just stink. It was like, oh my God, the hell did you eat? You ate what the other cats ate. So I think her stomach had to get used to like eating normal.
Yeah. We got one that just he'll eat a little bit and then throw up. Like, why? We got to get him to the vet again. But he's old. I think he's coming up on 18, 19. So,
Yeah. I'm not even sure how old Auntie is. I know she's an older cat, but I don't know how. I might have to take her to vet sometime to get checked out. Dusty says, same here. I adopted 2 brothers, a Russian blue and a gray tabby. Full of attitude, but I love them.
I love them when they snuggle. Man, oh man, there's nothing like a cat purr.
Yeah.
Dude, that puts me out. I'll be like,
Seriously, I'll wake up in the night. I have like 3 or 4 cats pile up on top of me. I'm like, okay, fine.
Man, that's awesome. That's the best. And they just kind of pile around. It's like, I'm just one of the crew. Just one of the crew. Which reminds me of the crew. You come up with any band names?
Oh God. I wasn't even saying nothing about that yet. I was gonna wait till number one to figure out a name, and then we made a song until I'd like say, "Oh, by the way."
Yeah, I'm totally like, I'm usually pretty decent. Like, no, I cannot think of of course most of the funny, the good ones. You go, I'm gonna look that up. Oh, it's taken. I'm gonna look this one up. No, that one's taken too. Right,
yeah, I was like that. I kind of got like I was kind of disappointed after I found out like Storms of Jupiter was already used. I'm like, fuck! I love that name though.
Now I had one that I for years I was gonna actually do parody songs, like I was gonna do a couple of the songs that my dad, when I was a kid, my dad would kind of make up parody songs, like making fun of like Frosty the Snowman. He would make he kind of redid the lyrics for Frosty the Wino. And so I was going to do like these parody songs under the band name A Naughty Moose.
A Naughty Moose.
So it sounds like you're saying anonymous, but it's a naughty moose.
Okay, I get you. Yeah.
So I was gonna, but it was just like, man, I never got around to doing it. And there's still not a band out there with that name, thank God. But I don't know. I haven't checked in a couple of years. There probably is. Let's see. Is there?
Let's see. Meantime,
While you're looking, YouTube channel called A Naughty Moose.
A Naughty Moose. Oh, you're a Naughty Moose.
There's a Twitter, A Naughty Moose.
Wait, Tasha, is your wife Tasha, or what's your wife's name?
That's my daughter's name.
Oh, okay. Well, she said my black cat Lucifer gets jealous of our orange cat Aries, and not even kidding, he'll have trouble peeing from the jealousy. I took him to the vet, and the doctor said he was doing it for attention. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I used to have his older cat before he passed away. His name was Peanut Butter. He was like 20. And
dude, that's an awesome name for a cat, Peanut Butter.
Yeah, he looked like Peanut Butter, which he was the same color. He was such a sweet guy.
Unless you eat a lot of peanut butter, and then that really gets confusing if you're talking to your spouse about making a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, we made that joke already. That joke was made quite a few times.
Like, why are you going to eat the cat?
Yeah, especially after we got the girls, because we had toast and beans, so it's like we'd have like toast and peanut butter. And he was like, "Oh, toast and peanut butter," you know. But yeah, he would sometimes, if he had an attitude, he was mad about something, he would just try to take like the biggest, gnarliest dump on the floor just because. That was his way. We used to call his protest poops.
Yeah, nah, you make him mad, dude. We have to shut our bedroom door on occasion to keep them from going in our bedroom and doing the protest poops.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's allowed in the bedrooms when nobody's in there. Like, no, you're not allowed. They hate it because cats hate closed doors, but you just have to deal.
So the music project stuff, it was like, oh, dude, this is so awesome, but then we'll never get to really play shows, and it's like,
yeah,
to get us all in the same city, dude. That would be.
Oh, that'd be a fucking dream right there. It's like, oh.
Because I know I probably at some point in time or come back to Louisville and come through Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And at some point in time, I'm going to talk you into coming down here to visit. Even if I may have to come up and kidnap you or something. I didn't say that. That was just a hypothetical. I'm not really going to kidnap you, but I might kidnap you. If you disappear, it wasn't me.
That's just great. I turn up missing, and then they're like, everybody's like, "We saw you on the live stream." Like, no, I didn't. I wasn't even there.
Wasn't me.
Unlikely story. You said it.
Lean out into the camera and. All right, he's in Houston. No, I part of me like, yeah, I want to drag you down here. Another part's like, yeah, I know if I drag him down here, he's gonna probably want to stay. Which is not a bad thing. I'd love you to stay down here, but like I don't want to make other people mad. I've got too much going on down here. I was like, well, I would love to do some traveling. It's a little harder to do because between work schedules and If it wasn't for work paying for my trip to Palm Springs, I wouldn't be going anywhere.
There you go.
Woo,
What
man.
what you got there, Dusty? Like one, do you ever keep in touch with any of the past members from Elegant Bastards and Black? Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of them, the bass player Gene, if you remember, played with this gentleman and I right here on our cover of One of the Living. So I do keep. I've worked with Gene a couple times on some stuff, so to work with him.
That was a tough one, man. That was
Oh God,
One of the Living. That was probably one of the toughest covers I've ever done.
yeah, that was definitely an ambitious project. I'm like,
Turned
I
out
always
really
wondered.
good.
Oh, it did.
I was
I
so
mean,
proud
I
of that one.
I would have liked it to got a little more attention though. But yeah,
Yeah, that was. I think there were so many, man. There were so many bands during that time frame pushing out Tina Turner's covers. Like
really.
yeah, they were
'Cause
the
I knew
they were,
one. The
uh,
like the it was like
they
these
were
guys.
they were
Oh, sorry.
doing
Go ahead.
all the more popular ones. They weren't like, and they're doing horrible jobs at it.
Yeah,
I was just like, man, I don't want to sound like any of those guys. Like, I don't want people. I want to like have it sound like, ugh.
yeah. I mean, ours definitely had a great it had a great sound. I really not just saying it because we did it, but I mean really it was a great fucking cover. I liked it better than that. I which you remember I sent you that link to that one. It was like a group effort thing that they did too. They did a cover of One of the Living.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was not. I didn't like that.
yeah. That was something. That was a thing that they did.
Man,
But
oh, I just like I don't know. I always grew up. I had a lot of respect. I one of the first videos because we're the same age. Like when MTV first came out, like the first year or two of videos, they played the hell out of Tina Turner's "What's Love Got to Do with It." I don't
I
think
remember
I could
that.
go a day watching MTV back then and not see at least one or two of her videos, especially that one. That one was just like they had that one in like a full rotation, and it was just
Yeah,
I always loved her voice.
I remember actually seeing that "What's Love Got to Do with It" video before MTV started. Because like you remember like before like some of these channels would have like these little video shows like at 30 minutes they play like a few videos or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, then they had Friday night videos. That's where I first saw that one.
yeah,
Uh, when MTV came around, I think the first video I actually saw on MTV was that Billy Idol's "Dancing with Myself."
yes.
Yeah,
Um, man, there were a bunch of good ones. Man, that sucks at MTV. Just like why did they stop doing videos? Like they could have just done a different network, MTV Live or some other like sister channel or something, and
they
leave the
did
videos.
for a while. They had like MTV2 or something like that. They
Yeah,
did for a while. I
uh,
don't know if they still do it because that was on cable, but I
yeah.
haven't had cable.
I haven't had
Last
cable
time I
since
saw,
like 2005, 2006.
yeah, last time I saw they were doing that, it was like I was at a hotel, staying in a hotel before I moved back out here. This was like in 2015, 2016 that they were doing that. So I don't know if that's still a thing or not because they
It
were
always
still
seemed,
doing.
I don't know. My memory of MTV2 was like mostly like Nickelback and all of the stuff that was just like obnoxious.
Oh
Like
yeah, they had
stuff
that too.
I just like it's all the stuff I didn't want to hear. So it was like I'm never going to watch that because that just has And I was like I don't want to watch the Real World either. Like episode 2 million of the Real World of like
Yeah.
that was man.
I mean, I saw where they were going. That those were money makers, so they were like, but
Yeah.
still, it's like, ugh.
I used to like VH1. That was good too. I used to. There was a guy that back in the day when in the before times in
in
the
the before
before
times.
times. Don Imus, they had a VJ or DJ, whatever they were calling him. I don't know. He was really funny, but then it was just like, dude, he got into trouble saying some really just ugly shit, and then you
Ooh.
know, and it just like, wow, all those good years of listening to him, and he was funny. Never, all the times I ever saw him on VH1, never said anything bad on VH1. But I think that was in his younger years, and I think when he got older and wasn't on VH1 anymore, I think a lot of those folks, their true colors kind of come out, and then it's kind of like,
Yeah.
he said some stuff about some basketball players. I don't remember what it was. It was
Ooh.
something about basketball players or something. And it was just like, oh my God, I listened to that guy. It kind of turned my stomach. And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
never seeing anything like that. But then again, like when you have a contract on VH1 or like that, I wouldn't fuck with it either. But like still, it's just like, eh. But he was funny. But yeah, no, I used to watch. They used to play like more stuff like Duran, more the not the adult contemporary, but more of the. It seemed like the '80s dragged on a little bit longer on VH1 than it did on MTV.
Yeah.
Because I think, what was it, about 91, 92, you had all like the Nirvana and all the
That
grunge.
was,
The grunge band started, just the grunge invasion.
and then it went to indie rock, which was a cool time for rock. 'Cause it was like
Yeah,
they started playing like a lot of really good bands. Then it's like, oh, okay, this is all right.
that just
And
wasn't
then
that just wasn't making money for the corporation.
yeah,
So, the indie bands just weren't. There's just no money in the indie bands. Yeah, and it just,
let me
oh well.
let me catch up on comments real quick here. Uh, Tasha said, "Kitty, of course. I was blessed to have two kitty babies that are so affectionate and cuddly. They are so loving." Dusty says, "Nice, Gene. Uh, it's Gene Magaki, not what is that? Akagi? Is that a guy from Naruto? No, it's Magaki." But yes, yes. And Tasha said, "Juan, your black painted nails are super cool. Mine are black and pink right now. Cool. Ah, what did I just do? All right.
Gee, cool kid.
What
There
did
for
I
a
just
while
do
through high
now?"
school, like she was changing her hair colors almost every week. And I know it was probably aggravating the schools, but she went to a inner city school, so that it was much more lenient on that stuff. Man, yeah. She went to, I don't know if you're familiar with high schools in Louisville. She went to Shawnee, who's down in the
I'm
west
not.
end of Louisville.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Okay.
I've no very. I was in Louisville once. I'm trying to get a gig up there again, but I was up there once, like 2017.
Yeah, it's so there's Louisville Central, which is it's kind of the west end, is the more poor end of Louisville. So I went to Louisville Central, um, and she ended up going to Shawnee, which is one of the two more poorer schools in the Jefferson County public school system there. But no, I you get a little bit better picture of the world than going to one of the more uppity schools in
Right.
Louisville. But that's just me. I'm glad my kids got to I don't want to say experience the real world, but they got to experience the real world way more than than the other kids that went to the other schools. But nah, she's a super cool kid. But she's in her 20s now, so I should call her a kid. But she's my kid.
Uh,
Always be my kid.
well, in 20s, oh, definitely a kid. You know.
Yeah. But she'll do the hair color. I don't think she's changed her hair color in a minute though. I'll have to ask her. But no, she's all into that aesthetic. But just cool kid.
Right on.
Son's a guitar player.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
trying to find it. He's trying. I don't know if he's playing in a couple bands or what he's doing. He doesn't really. Doesn't really talk about his musical stuff down here much, but he likes it down here because, yeah, it's a lot more musicians, a lot more. He's into the alternative kind of music, like what's that band? Muse? Is it Muse?
Yeah, yeah, Muse.
Kind of that
I like Muse.
that kind of genre of music. Very kind of eclectic. But he listens to all kinds of stuff because he grew up listening to a lot of stuff I listened to, from like 80s to, you know, this, that, and the other. If it sounded cool, I listened to it, but, you know, I don't know. There were bands that I listened to. They were like, I can't stomach their stuff overall, but they'd have like one song, and for like a week after, like that first song that makes a band big, like is example. I remember back in the early '90s when I was in the Army, when Pantera first got big. And you hear that first time you hear them, that first song, you're like, oh, dude, this is kind of cool. But then you hear the third, fourth, and fifth song, and you're like, all their stuff is like what that. Well, they had one decent song that was kind of cool for a minute, but then it just gets annoying because it's the same, the same stuff, and then that just they just disappear because it's like that one song was cool for 5 minutes.
I already can already tell what songs you're talking about. Because like the first time like I heard Pantera, like first song I heard was that Cemetery Gate song, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
The first one I heard was 5 Minutes Alone. I was.
Oh yeah, okay.
We walked out of a bar, and one of the guys that I was with, a couple of us who were driving in different cars, but he was ready to get into a fight, and so he went out and he wanted to blare some Pantera to kind of so he could fight, and that's the song he put on, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of punk rockish a little bit. It's but it wasn't. It was metal and kind of was like, well, this is kind of interesting. And then I heard the other stuff, and it was like, I don't like their stuff. I was like, that song was cool. And I hear that song now, it's like, it's still not anywhere as cool as that 5 to 10 minutes I heard it that first time.
It's like, man, I want to fight. Put on a Pantera.
Yeah. Like, oh man, that's just normal Army. Then there's bands that I liked. Like I like Tool. If you just forget that, you know, if you just forget of all the stupid shit that's around Tool or what Maynard or none of that stuff, you just, for the music for what it is, they got a couple songs that are cool, but then they got their weird 20-minute songs that are just like, I can't listen to that. Like,
honestly, I love. There's only like 2 Tool songs I like, and the rest of them bore the shit out of me.
Yeah,
it's like I can't.
Cerebral.
I try to get into it. Everybody's like, "Oh man, I love Tool, man. You got to listen to Tool." And I try it. I can't.
Like, dude, there's all this. Like they want to think that it's all this complicated. It's like, no, dude. There's a bunch of chord changes and key changes, and they're doing some really cool musical stuff in it, but it's just kind of okay. Like, and I'm not that they're talented musicians. Don't get me wrong. I would love to sit down and learn shit from any of them, but it's just like, and for my taste, I don't know. It's too cerebral. Like, I don't want to think about the music as much as I enjoy it. And there's some like songs, and like what album? So I can't even name their albums. I think it was Undertow.
Yeah, Undertow. Undertow.
I get all their albums confused. What songs? What was it? The one song about fisting. Was it about fisting? I'm gonna get you demonetized. Sorry.
You know what? It's fine. I'm not even monetized, so I don't even care.
So,
hey, no.
Sorry. The name of the song was Stinkfist. That's what it was. I knew it was something about fisting. You know, not that I do it or participate. If people want to do it, man, have at it. Do you, bro? You do you, man. I have nothing against it. I just personally, I'm good. Yeah, I just a little too sensitive, but yeah, no, that's like one of the Tool songs that I think's cool. Or Sober is that has been played to death.
Yeah,
I like that.
it is, but it's a great song though.
It is like the
I mean,
first couple of times you hear it, you're like, dude, this song's cool as hell. After the 100th, you're like, I'm so sick of this song.
yeah, it seems like.
I think, yeah, that's when another. But there's a couple that I've become fond of that are less popular. Oh, I can't even think of the names. I like the songs. It's one of those things. It's like there's so many songs that I've heard in my life that I like that I couldn't tell you the name of the songs. So like I just never kept up with that stuff. There's like Susie and the Banshee songs that like I like, but I couldn't tell you the names of them. I'd have to go research it to remind myself, or but most of the bands that I grew up listening to, like Ministry, KMFDM, Coil, Depeche Mode, like I had a wide variety of music. I can name those songs, but like outside those groups that I listened to, Art of Noise, that was another one that I listened the hell out of. Art of Noise. Dude, they're still in my music. There's a lot of Art of Noise influence in my stuff. Like, and you probably heard like the weird crap I put in.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
That's all stuff from Art of Noise and yeah.
God, I'd forgot about it. I haven't heard anything from them like years.
Yeah, I think they played some shows a few years back. But man, what was another? Peter Gabriel. I really got into Peter Gabriel growing up as a kid. And he has an album. And when I became a drummer, I thought this was really fascinating because you probably know from my drumming, I'm very simplistic, dude. I don't do a lot of fancy playing in my drumming. And that's kind of came from one of his albums. And I cannot remember the album. I think it's Intruder, where he had the drummer through the whole album did not play any cymbals on the whole album. And it had a very distinct sound to it. And I thought, I have to play with cymbals. I can't not play with cymbals, but I wanted to really minimize the cymbals I use. And man, that became really hard not using cymbals as much in songwriting, because it's like I want to put crashes and all this stuff, and it's like I'm just going to keep it real simplistic and stay in the pocket for the singer. And when we did the Tina Turner song, I kept it in the pocket because it's like, man, I want to be able to let you have that nice sandbox to play in, and Eric, he did a great job on the guitar stuff because he kind of did the same thing. We all kind of kept it in the back to let you to have that nice playground to do your thing vocally. And man, that just turned out, like, to me, really good. It's just like, but that's what I'm used to from you is giving you that nice play space, to play in it. Man, you never disappoint.
Yeah, just make sure I don't turn the sandbox into a cat box. That's the important thing.
If it does, man, we'll figure it out. But I've worked with a lot of singers that were talented that just their ego just sucks the air out of the room. And in writing and recording, it's like, and it's. But just being that getting into the groove and just it's like, man, I just remember that the first couple of times we worked on stuff together, and I'm just in the studio mixing, and I just big smile on my face, like, man, this is so awesome. Man, I wish I was in indie. Oh, man,
that's a cool thing. It's like, it was like when you're doing stuff, and then you're like, when you later, I was like, oh, if it makes you act like that way, you got something good.
Man, it was just, oh man, it'd be like, dude, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. It was like bad. It was like having a really bad mixing addiction. It's like, oh, he's gonna give me more. Juan's gonna keep me supplied in vocals.
Let me I had to catch up on comments here. I've been missing on comments. Like,
God, you're
whoops.
good, man. You're good.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you people. I swear. Dusty said it's funny because back in the day we thought his Pantera was pretty hard. Now our kids call it dad rock. I wouldn't even call it that.
No, you know, like
It's not even butt rock anymore.
Once you learn about Phil, then it's just kind of like, nah.
Phil, Dimebag.
But like when you first heard it, I bet, but it was the same way to me with Metallica. Like the first couple times I heard Metallica, I'm like, holy crap, this is like melting my face, you know, because I was listening to like Ministry at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember kids I was wearing headphones on the school bus listening to Ministry, and kids were asking, what are you listening to? Like, and I'd let them hear, and they'd be like, whoa, that's too much. And they'd be like listening to Metallica. And I was like, Metallica? It's like, that's kind of, it's just weird. It was kind of like, oh, it's kind of a no keyboard sample version of Ministry.
Yeah.
But the drumming wasn't as good. But hey, you know. But I remember again, first time I heard Metallica, I thought, well, that's pretty heavy. But now it's like, no, it's kind of not heavy.
Yeah, Metallica and Slayer were bands I got into later because I got into other bands before. Because I actually got into Megadeth before Metallica, which is weird.
She never got into Megadeth.
You know, I got to tell you, the first couple Megadeth albums were great, but after a while, it started kind of getting But you know, they were doing everything, whatever. What pissed me off about Megadeth the most is Dave Mustaine. Such a whiny ass, you know. It's like he's still crying about not being Metallica. Never mind, he's made a career over the past 40 fucking years. It's like, dude, you consider that a failure?
I just would like to know, what is it that they said to him when they did not, like, you know, when they basically, I don't want to say gave him the boot, but he wasn't in the band. He wasn't not in the band. It was just whatever the exchange was during that time. But what did they say to piss him off so much for that to be stained, like him not getting in the band? Like, what was it that they said?
I don't know, but all I can say is this: you have a band called Metallica that was basically like a play on like metal and liquor, and drinking was like their thing. But they kicked somebody out of the band because they did too much.
Somebody referred to it.
What does that tell you?
Somebody referred to Metallica years ago, and I got a lot of biker friends. Really cool people. They referred to them as biker metal.
Biker metal.
And it was like from that point on, it's like, yeah, I can't unhear that. Like, yeah, they're biker metal. That's biker metal. Yeah. That's biker metal. Yeah. Where to me, like, metal was like, you know, Black Sabbath, Judas Priest. Oh man, love Judas Priest. That was another band I grew up as a kid. Yeah, I was listening, going from Judas Priest to Art of Noise to Depeche Mode, you know, to Peter Gabriel. Listen to Phil Collins. Phil Collins, like Genesis. I don't know if you ever listened to
Collins. Oh yeah, I love Genesis.
Genesis was when I became an audio engineer and I started working shows and stuff. I learned like the impact of Genesis had on the entertainment industry is just huge. They apparently, when the first like intelligent lighting system, I can't remember the name of the company, they invested a shit ton of money into that company for their lights. It was the first time they had, like, they weren't just par cans. They were actually movable, kind of early version of the robotic lighting system. And they invested a bunch of money into that. And their tour, they went out with that system, and it was like amazing. And that, because of that, we have now the intelligent lighting systems we have today. you know, because that the early pioneering of that stuff, and that was funded by Genesis, and I was kind of like, oh, that's
Damn.
kind of cool. That's kind of cool. It's amazing that, you know, because I know Phil Collins is I've heard enough stories about Phil Collins being quite the difficult to deal with.
Yeah. Good old
But
Philip Bag and Flip It Collins. No.
talented
I don't
drummer
think.
though. Like that's still
Oh
just
yeah.
Man, I've heard all kinds of stories. Like the drum fill in the Air Tonight is originally from a Peter Gabriel song, like I was talking about earlier, that Intruder album. That drum loop or those drums are actually a slight variation of drums that were on Peter Gabriel's album, because they were recording Peter Gabriel stuff before Phil Collins. And Phil Collins, that was like that sounded really cool when he was recording that stuff for Peter Gabriel, because apparently they're all a little crew of friends. They all know each other, but like, oh, that was cool. But yeah, like, dude, I
Okay.
love listening to everything. But yeah, Metallica was just, man, that was heavy first time you hear it. But after about a year or two, it's like, it's not heavy anymore. Then I heard Megadeth, and it was like, oh, well, he stepped up the game. Like, to me, I always thought Megadeth was heavier metal.
Oh
heavier
yeah.
than Metallica ever was.
Yeah.
And then I heard of another band that was like they stepped it up another notch. I think they're a Brazilian band. Was it Sepultura?
Sepultura. Yeah.
I don't know much about those guys, but I remember hearing one or two of their songs, and there's like, oh man, there's like this is going to be a never-ending chain of bands trying to one up themselves, like how heavy they are. I'm like, I'm gonna stick to the easier metal stuff. Go back to listen to Judas Priest.
Yeah, my first big two, like whenever I was talking about Metallica, Slayer, my first big two, I was listening to freaking Megadeth, and then also a band called Creator, which
I've not heard that one.
They're still around. German thrash metal band, absolutely fucking insane. Like the first album I heard from was like at that time was Terrible Certainty.
Spelled with a K?
Yeah, spelled with a K.
Oh, okay.
I heard them before Slayer, and I was like, honestly, I liked Slayer when I heard them. Like after that, but after hearing Creator, I wasn't as impressed. Honestly, in my opinion, I thought Creator was a better band.
Yeah, I might have to go check that out later.
Yeah.
I love having these conversations. It's like, man, I've never heard of that band. I gotta go look that up. And it could be a band from like the 80s. Like, I didn't hear that one. I want to hear this.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I'll be watching some of Eric's videos. Sometimes he'll mention a band. It's like, I never heard of them. I have to check that out.
Oh, he pops up on Facebook. He'll do a post on one of his things where he's talking about a band, and it'll be like 5 out of the bands he mentions, like I've never heard of it. It'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go look that up. I'll be like, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. But no, dude, he's like, I love Eric for that. Like, just if that's all I ever get from him, dude, that is so awesome. But then actually getting to work with Eric was like even more awesome, because mixing a lot of the collaborations, when I'm doing musical collaborations and I'm mixing, I miss things in the mix. And I really loved how he would catch the stuff I would miss, or I wouldn't hear something. And he'd be like, hey, this is off. And it'd be like, oh my God, it is. How did I miss that? And I was just like, dude, it was like so awesome. It was like, I don't mind being a producer while mixing for bands, but it was just like, for once, it was like, I'm just mixing. I'm not. It felt like he was kind of producing it, because he was like, hey, we need to do this. And that was like, oh, man, I was so eating that up. The way you guys were working everything out was just like, dude, this is so awesome. And I love this.
Hey, it was great. Yeah, seriously. It's like, it was great. It's like, definitely, me and Gene, because me and Gene worked together for years. So that was, for me, him falling out was. fall into that was easy. Eric, it's this is just another rodeo for him. So
Yeah, dude, I love working with you guys, man. That was man, that was a highlight of 2020. Was that 2023 or 2022?
yeah, it was
2023.
just last year. We put that out in August. It
Man,
has yeah, it's maybe 6 months old. It's not even that old. So
wow. Man,
I still
time feels like time passes so fast. But no,
I
that was a
still
highlight of 2023 for me. Was doing that. I don't.
oh
For
that
me, it was like
was
I don't even care if it made any money or it got. Dude, it was fun doing. Um,
it got some positive feedback at least, but it'll get a second one because I got to do a video for it soon. And like I
yeah,
said, I like
I need to set up the green screen and play and get video for you for that. I totally forgot.
I still got video clips my friend Rachel sent me to use
Yeah,
with it, and it's like I was like, I got them, I just haven't used them yet because we haven't worked on the video yet.
yeah, I need to set that up because now we're kind of getting set up in our band practice space
Yeah,
for well we've been practicing up until I hurt my wrist, but my wrist is almost back to normal where I can start actually really playing again.
there you go.
We can get practicing.
Yeah, you don't want to rush that.
It's I haven't really played that much since November, early November, and it's just like, dude, that's really hard not playing after we were doing practicing every week, every Sunday. So we were in the groove, trying to going through songs and working out songs and that stuff, and trying to
Right.
find a guitar player, and man, getting used to that. And then I can't play, and I still do not know how I injured it. It wasn't from playing because it was an injury where if I rotated my wrist, it would hurt. And it's like I don't do anything in drum playing where I move my hand like that to
Right.
that degree. I mean, I might swipe, do a little bit of turn, but not that much. And it's just like I was trying to rack my brain, but um, autism
It's weird.
has a
Injury.
way of. I have a higher pain threshold because of the autism, so I injure myself, and it'll be like, how the hell did I do that? I have like a gash in my leg, like blood running down. Like one night I went to bed and I had a scratch on my leg where I scratched it really bad, and it was quite a bit of like dried blood on my leg. And I'm like, how the hell did I
Oh,
do that? But that was one of those things. I injured myself, and it's like I don't know. Oh well, but yeah, no, we're gonna get back to playing, and I'm still trying to figure out how we can get you to do a guest appearance at a live show. Man, that's been one of my goals in the back of my mind. Like, how can I pull that off live? Short of having
uh,
like a big screen TV on stage, kind of set long ways.
or like if it's just you just have actually you would have like a little hook up a little projector to like a laptop and
Yeah,
live
I
stream
thought
it or
like,
something like that.
dang, I could probably stream, like just connect it to it, put a TV in a stand and then a microphone in front of the TV, just as a aesthetic thing. I was like, why am I going to all this trouble trying to figure out how Juan could play shows with us down here? Just like a guest appearance on a song. Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, how am I doing that? I mean, I should figure it out, but not like, to that degree.
We'll figure it out. It'll be fun and it'll be technologically advanced.
I'll probably end up using Yardbird somehow. Like, I think I'm gonna have to sit and play with it because I know so like a couple other StreamYard. Is there StreamYards, Yardbirds? What?
That street. Well, there is one called Yardbird, I think. This is
Oh,
StreamYard.
okay, StreamYard.
That's what I'm using right now. But I
Yeah,
think
I'm
there's a
really bad at
Yardbird.
that stuff. Man, I am so bad at that stuff. I'm still learning OBS. Still sounds like a
Oh
power.
God. Oh, it's gonna take me an OBS. Be right
Yeah.
back.
I need to learn that stuff because Aaron's wanting to stream some of the band practices. But hey, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. We can do that.
Yeah, I would kind of want to do like little one off shoots, maybe like live stream like 2 songs or something here and there. I was thinking like at some point.
No, that'd be
I
cool.
definitely would.
Well, we record band practice. That's what we've been doing because I like to, and we actually record with multiple cameras at band practice.
No.
I have one that's kind of on that has me a shot kind of back over my shoulder down at the kit. And I like recording our set so then I can go back and watch and be like, oh, I screwed up here. What was I doing? Or, oh, I like that, but what was I doing? Because like when you're practicing, I don't know, you don't really get to review your stuff as well. Because I want to play. When I'm in the moment, I'm playing. I just want to enjoy playing, and I'm going to play. I don't want to
Right.
try to think about my mistakes or dwell on mistakes as I'm playing. I try to like just got to keep going, and I'll watch the video later and see my mistakes and figure out like, oh, that's not in the pocket, and that drum, that groove, that doesn't fit that song as Mel. I'm gonna have to maybe go halftime with the hi-hats. Like being able to change stuff up has really been a great tool. And Aaron, I think Aaron likes it because then she can do the same thing with her vocals, that she can actually practice and then go back and we review it and be like, oh, the way we did that works. That we like that. And it was just kind of like we had a guitar player, I had one more, but now she wants to be able to stream some of those practices, like one or two songs,
That I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, all that sounds great, and then doing it that way, yeah, that'll make the live streams look really cool too, like multiple camera angles. You know.
So yeah, no, it's and you can like we can find some. I got some cheap webcams. I'm using some cheap webcams. and, man. Woo. But yeah, no, and I'm playing an electronic kit this time. We play shows. I'm gonna stick with my electronic kit versus an acoustic kit. Just because we can the monitoring system. I wish I could show it the system. But we got a Behringer X18. It's a rack digital mixer. And it's got 16 inputs. And you can use a tablet or PC to mix.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, and because I had one or two friends who were playing in cover bands and they would use these. And it has stereo out and then 6 aux sends. So they would use the aux sends for monitor mixes. And you can actually get an app on your phone to control your own monitor mix. So everybody in the band can manage their own monitor mix live. And we're doing in-ear monitors. So the singer and the guitar player have in-ear monitors. And then, of course, I have in-ear monitors because I play to a click track. And that's all ran through that mixer. And I have a laptop on the side. It's all in one rack. Well, it's in a rack, and I have my laptop and a little mixer controller on top of that for tweaking stuff during the show.
Nice.
But then we can have somebody mixing our stuff out in the audience with a laptop or an iPad. And it's all done. It's all compact. It's a nice little rig. But yeah, we just pull a feed off that for the computer that we're streaming. And it just, dude, it works. And it's like crazy technology. And I think the XR16 is like what, $700 on
Damn.
Sweetwater.
I mean, worth the money probably, but still. Oof.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing the payment thing, so it's I didn't have.
There you go.
I didn't have $700 like all at once. It was kind of like I'm going to be paying on that for 36 months. Yeah, it's about 700. You could probably find a used one a little cheaper, but
yeah,
I've recommended that one to several bands. Like, man, you'll want to get into in-ear monitoring, because we're doing some. So, like with our in-ear monitors, we have a click track. Everybody in the band can hear the click track, which is awesome. Because when we have like stuff where everybody kind of comes in at one time, everybody's got that can hear the click track to get that time down. Dude, it's so sweet. But No, man, that's cool. So tell me about your all's band. You got your stuff. You guys are playing out, or you're about to go back to playing
Yeah,
out?
yeah. Oh, because we played the last show we played was back in it was October actually. But yeah, we've been working on stuff since then. We're gonna be playing
Now,
again.
was that with the you lost a guitar player or a bass player?
Bass player. Yeah, that
Bass
was
player.
the last show was with the old bass player.
Okay.
Uh, which he's already been replaced. You know, we already got another bass player. The bass player's great. So it's like we're a
Man,
full
that's so
band.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
so awesome. When like especially like Punk Rock Night when you play there because like I can actually sit and watch the show. And we're down here, it's like watching one playing. It was just like I wonder if I don't know if you can stream other. I don't know what other venues you guys are going to be playing that have that streaming. I wish more venues did that, but
yeah, some do, some don't. Like I said, the place that we played in Bloomington did not, but you know, I set up a phone I had to do that, and that kind of like died right before the last song.
oh man, that sucks.
I mean, the video quality was kind of like looked like a potato anyway, but
Oh, uh,
I got it.
I've always been obsessed with recording live shows for review purposes. It's like all that time, like I got hours and hours of Artificial Zero live and other bands I've played in live because I always loved that to go back and review. I never thought about posting that stuff online until the last couple years when that's
Right.
become a mainstay. And it's like, man, I could have been doing that all along.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that helps to get noticed. You know.
Man, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much of an idiot you realize you were back in the day.
It's just it was things that
Wow.
those things we could have did that we
Oh,
didn't know that we now know.
oh, that's
So
painful. My mountain of stuff is pretty. It's oh man, the stupid crap. Oh, I'm getting too old.
I'm too old, but I'm gonna act like I ain't.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep playing shows until uh until I'm just not allowed to.
And like sir, I need you to take your walker and your keyboard and go out the door, please. No, it's
Yeah, you're bothering the other people in the hospital, sir.
they were like, sir, please stop singing to the PA system. I'm a singer, God damn it. Go, sir. You need to go have your applesauce and have a seat, sir. Come on.
Now I have sang on I got stuff up on Reverb Nation, other places that I sang on, and I just I'm not I've never considered myself a singer. I just don't like my voice, and
It's
I don't know if that's a singer thing. Like I don't know if singer like that's a common thing, or like a lot of singers don't like that. I don't like my voice.
eh, sometimes, cause like there's sometimes it's like I don't like. I guess it's sometimes like it's like I'll hear a song. It's like all right, I'm tired of hearing that right now, especially if it's like a song that was just been working on, and after a while, I just get sick of hearing my vocals. It's like, oh, all right, you know, I'm
Yeah.
telling myself to shut up.
No, it's like there's like your voice is really. I remember when I was talking to Joel, and he mentioned you, and I was like, oh, and I think he sent me a song that you did where you a little clip of
Right.
something you were singing on, and it was just like, yeah, Juan's got a fucking unique voice, dude. That's like really unique. And I remember the first time I talked to you, you mentioned like, oh, what people had compared you to. Oh man, I'm forgetting dude's
Probably
name.
the Danzig.
Yes. And I'm going to say something that's probably unpopular. I never cared for the Misfits or him. Just never did. Never got into the Misfits. Never cared for his voice. But I also never got into Kiss and never cared for any Kiss songs. and I've gotten grief for saying, like, I don't know, just never got into him. But I don't think you sound like Danzig. I don't. I know, I've heard,
A
like,
lot of people have for some reason. It's like, I think at first I kind of like leaned into it when I was younger, but then after a while I
yeah,
was like, oh God, come on, no.
you have that. Like, to me, Danzig doesn't have that traditional punk vocal. To me, he doesn't. It's like I cannot put my finger on why his, I don't know. It's like listening to a metal singer go sing like folk music. There's something about it that just doesn't sound right. I can't put my finger on it, but it just doesn't sound right. And I just, for some reason, I've just never liked. But it was just like, to me, you don't sound like Glenn Danzig at all. But you have that nice, rich, traditional punk vocal, especially like Our War. Oh my Lord, dude, that was another one when I did that remix for Our War. Oh, dude, that was just. Man, I felt like I was channeling some ministry, like some real, just straight old school ministry, and it was like, oh yeah.
I heard that a lot too because when we played that with the backing track at that one show,
Yeah,
the guy was like, "Yeah, that reminded me of a ministry." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
that's a
That's
huge
something.
compliment.
Yeah, because that's something I haven't heard before. It's like, oh, it's not Danzig this time. It's the
Yeah,
ministry.
no,
I'll
dude,
take it. That's great.
like, I was like, man, no, I want it's, and maybe it's the music, maybe it's the backing music that you're singing with that people go, oh, you sound like Danzig. It's because of the music, not necessarily your voice. Because I don't hear your voice sounding like Danzig. That's just me. I don't hear that. You have a very unique voice. You have a Marvin Gaye kind of tonal to it. That it's kind of has that nice smooth richness, man. It just like a really nice bourbon, like you sip on, it's just that really kind of, there's this velvety quality to it that it's just like real nice and pleasant and enjoyable, like listening to James Earl Jones talk, and it's just like, fuck yeah, like, dude, you could just, like, dude, just tell me stories, man. I could just sit and listen to I could just sit and listen to those. I could sit and listen to you talk like for hours, telling stories. It's like, dude, there's something about your voice that was just like really awesome. And there's not many people I've come across, vocalists and entertainers, that are like that. But man, it was just like, that's why I bugged Joel. I'm like, dude, man, I definitely want to work with Juan. And then that, Juan, we started doing stuff, and it was, Joel was getting a little irritated.
Yeah,
Like, dude, you got to step up your game. Like, I'm not knocking. Like, I love Joel to death, man. He's a super cool dude, man. But it was just like, dude, you got to step up your game, man. If you're wanting to do this kind of stuff, he's a talented DJ. But like, if you want to get into doing music and production stuff, dude, you got to up your game. But
yeah,
maybe one day I'll chat with him again.
yeah. Hopefully, yeah. Oops. So these things usually I want to try to keep like an hour, and I'm already 38 minutes over.
Oh shit! Well, yeah, we can knock it off then. Shit,
Yeah. Actually, before I go though, I do want to highlight a comment that your kid left. It was kind of cute. Like when I was a kid, and me and Dad would listen to Tool in the car, I thought he was Maynard James Keenan. To me, their vocals sounded similar, and totally thought it was my dad's music.
Oh man,
which is a compliment, by the way, Dad.
Oh yeah, no, it's no. The kids listened to. I played all kinds of stuff like that on the radio.
That's really cute.
I'm like, on one hand, it's like, oh, dude, that's a huge comp. The other hand, it's like, man, I don't know, man. I think you got hearing issues because I'm not that talented. Shit, I wish I had those kind of skills, but I'll take that as a compliment. I hope she wasn't telling her friends like, my dad's in Tool. Oh, your dad's not in Tool.
Yes, too. I heard it this morning.
Because you sing in the car, man, and if you're singing along with whatever band, yeah, you can probably sound them like them a little bit if you're singing to them. But nah, she's a good kid. She's like, "What are you doing, Dad?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm hopping on with Juan, chat with him." I think this is the first time we've actually had a discussion like this.
It is. It's the first time we got together and like actually we're like talking, well, sort of face to face.
I would really, really love, like, for me, you, Eric, and Gene to do this, like to sit down and
yeah, that'd be great.
That would be a blast. So, yeah. So,
well, I mean, we'll figure it out like time and like what it is. We'll do like a future episode here. We'll get all to get together and just
getting the band back together.
Let's get the band back together, brother. Come on,
man.
We're gonna play Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza. Oh my God, I haven't heard that name. And is that even still around?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh well. Well, you're back on tonight for the YouTube.
Yeah.
Come in with the algorithm cuffs.
I still gotta get up early-ish tomorrow because I got stuff I gotta do, and I got band practice tomorrow or later today. Not tomorrow.
Can't wait to get back to band practice, man. The good old days. This is this is what we've become in our 50s, sitting around like back in the day. We'd be on the porch. Oh yeah, back in the day.
I remember back in my day, we rehearsed 3 times a week, and we liked it.
We didn't have no computers when we practiced.
We just had a cigar box and a pot and a lid. There you go, your drums, damn it. And a singer would yell real loud.
The most expensive piece of gear the band owned was a SM58.
Wasn't plugged in anything, but we had it.
We had it. Get off my lawn.
Damn whippersnappers. You and your fancy amps. With your laptops and your MySpace.
I remember I'll never live in a house that's in an HOA. Oh, fuck. Here I am living in a house in an HOA.
Hey.
I'll never go work for the government. Oh, here I am.
Shit. Well, it's called you got to do what you got to do. It could be worse. I know some people are.
At least I'm saving lives and keeping people's stuff from getting destroyed, and in underrepresented communities.
There you go.
Doing my part the best I can, but oh well.
And meanwhile, I'm destroying people's information because they pay us for that.
You got a new job, didn't you?
Well, it's the same one I've been working for the past 4+ years.
Has it been that long? Because I thought you were working at Lowe's when we started. No, or was it?
No, I was. Wait, what? I think I was. No. I had already left. I had been gone from Lowe's for about a year.
I could have sworn you, because I thought there was a period of time where my son was working at Lowe's and you were working at Lowe's at the same time. He doesn't work at Lowe's either, but I thought there was a period.
Oh, good.
But no, and it was just like I thought that was funny. It's like, oh, Juan, but maybe that was back in 21 when we first started working together in 20.
Probably
there. So
yeah,
that's cool. No,
But yeah, I've been at this job for like 4 years now.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I got a job with the federal government, the Army Corps of Engineers. That's I'm a scientist with them. I in relation to urban and coastal flooding related stuff. So mitigating, keeping people from getting flooded. Because the rich people got plenty of money to keep their shit from getting flooded, but everybody else
Yeah.
not so much. But hey, the Army Corps has changed their attitudes towards that kind of stuff. Before they just be like, "Well, we're gonna build it. We're gonna build it." Now they're kind of like, "Well, we need to build it in this area to save these these communities that don't have the money and the resources to deal with flooding." So no, it's good. They've changed their attitude, but it's still slow going. But it's yeah.
At least something progress.
So yeah, there's a lot of fresh, I should say fresh blood, a lot of younger people, newer people coming into the Army Corps that care about um, what we call it's socially vulnerable communities, because we use what they call the social vulnerability index, which takes age and health and all these other elements into consideration. And so communities are higher on that index, they take
Right.
the design and that stuff into consideration far more than they used to, which is awesome. That's one of the reasons I took the job, was because they're wanting to change that attitude toward those communities. They're not perfect, but the attitudes are definitely steered differently now, than the old guard. But that's for a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm glad. It's
Right
not
on.
just worrying about petroleum companies now. It's worrying about other communities too. And it's like, cool. But I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna get off here and go to bed my damn self.
Hey man, thank you for joining me on here.
No,
This is
man.
fun.
Anytime you want to hit me up, man. I'm more than happy to hop on and we can shoot the crap.
Right on. Yeah, well, this is the second episode, but I feel like this is the first initial episodes to actually have somebody on here,
Oh,
and
that's
this
cool.
actually,
That's cool.
yeah. So this has been great.
You can always wrangle me up if there's not somebody floating around. I'll hop on and
Right on.
we'll talk about the good old days.
Talk about the good old days of how we did things.
When MTV played music videos, the before times.
Back when MTV played music videos with the people.
Man.
Thank you everybody that joined in, watched, commented. Aaron, Dusty, Tasha. Nice meeting you, by the way. And everybody have a good night. All right. And there.